What's good, YouTube? It's Alien, and we back with another video. Today, I want to be talking to you about how I'm preparing for the last tournaments of the season, the solo cash cups. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I am posting twice a week, once on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and once on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So, if you want to see my comp journey and you want to learn some helpful tips along the way, then be sure to drop a sub and like the video so it can go out to more people like you. But let's get straight into it. So I'm preparing for the solo cash cups by doing the same thing that I've been seeing KFUD do. KFUD is 34 years old and he has claimed to be the best unk out there. Anybody over the age of 30 cannot beat him. So I 1v1'd him and I got destroyed for real, 5-0. So if anybody think you can beat him, just let me know. Follow his Twitch. I put the link in the description. Shout out to KFUD. This is actually the gameplay in the background. Me and KFUD playing FNCS. We ended up getting a top 4 this game, so enjoy the content. Enjoy the video as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it, man. How I'm preparing for the solo cash cup tomorrow. I've been playing a lot of 1v1s, a lot of solo in-game, and a lot of solo scrims. And that really helps you out with getting a feel for how you're gonna play like in the actual tournament, because a lot of the things that I have to do like in scrims, you have to fight off spawn, you have to get to a good spot on the map, and you have to play in game. And then 1v1s, you may have to fight somebody in mid game. And then also solo in game, you can just like master in game just by playing a lot of those. So that's what I'm going to be doing to prepare myself. I am recording this on the day of the Middle East solo cash cup. So I plan on playing that. It looks like you need 146 points to qual. So I'm gonna do some VOD reviewing to see exactly what people are doing at my drop, so I can prepare. If you have a drop, maybe VOD review people who are landing at your drop, and that can give you an idea of what to expect and how you can maybe combat what they're doing and give yourself an advantage. But yeah, so there's Middle East tomorrow, or today that I'm recording this, and it's also gonna be tournaments on Sunday. So I think playing Middle East, even though I'm gonna be really high ping, I think it's gonna give me an opportunity to like see where I'm at and see what I need to work on. So we'll play Middle East. We'll try our best to qual. We're gonna do everything that we plan to do in a central. But I mean, I'm not looking for fights anyways, but definitely like a lot less fighting. So this video is really made for people who are like you're not gonna be a super good like insane player by watching my videos. Like, this is to help you if you're more of a beginner and like you aren't that insane at your mechanics, you're not that insane with your aim, you're always grinding to be on that level, but I'll be completely honest with you, I'm far from the best, if I can say it in that type of way. However, I am confident that I can qual in one of these tournaments, and with enough practice there could be a chance that I could earn in the finals. If I qualify for finals, you get 3 chances to earn. And a lot of people play Fortnite and they've been grinding for years, and everybody want to get those first earnings. So here's an opportunity. You put in the work, maybe you can see the results. So I plan on working really hard all the way up until Sunday when the cups are, and we're gonna see how it goes. Um, I need to add on to my game plan. So, like off spawn, like there's a plan. Like there, my idea, and I shared this in the last video I posted on Tuesday. Like I said, every week we're uploading twice, once on Tuesday and once on Friday. So just be prepared for content. And when the next season starts, I might change that to Wednesday and Saturday. Like I may change it to that because there's a lot of tournaments that are on Monday and Tuesday, like FNCS. So I don't want to like have to rush a video out for y'all. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do Tuesday, but this is something I'm gonna be doing for a while. Like this is the beginning, so I don't really care like how the video comes out. I'm just trying to build something so where like everyone can see the beginning and we continue to grind until we get to the top. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna happen overnight, and you gotta fall in love with the actual grind, with the actual process. The reward is being consistent. But anyways, let's keep it pushing. So I'm preparing by making sure I have my game plan together so I know like what to do in each situation. Like if I'm overly contested, if I'm contested by one person, I have my drop calculator, so I'm gonna get the best drop every time I land. The goal is to be able to get my off spawn location that I chose and to just fully loot it, get stacked, and hide until endgame. I've had some little incidents while trying to hide mid game, so I need to figure that out. But honestly, if I make it to end game stacked and I have enough practice to where like I don't have to think about certain rotates, we can make something happen. Because at the end of the day, like I feel like Fortnite, you don't really have to be mechanically skilled and like a super good fighter in order to be successful and like competitive. Like Resi Hub has dropped like the new meta, and people are carrying only shotguns and they're carrying the stealth splash. So that's in finals. That's something to consider. But if I really think about it, if I could carry the stealth splash in opens and just do good in every opens in game, then like that could be crazy too. Because I mean, if it wins you a game in finals, why not try it in opens? The only thing in opens is you have to make it past the beginning of the game. If you can make it to end game and you have those stealth splashes, that could give you top 5 placements every game if you use them right. I haven't been practicing with them, so I don't know if I plan to practice. Here's another quick thing. I talked about this in the last video as well. If you're not a confident fighter, I'm with KFUD, so like we're confident because I'm confident in his skill and that makes me play more confident. But in solos, like if you're not insane with it, then like you see what's happening here. They're trying to fight us at the machine. Like everyone's at the machine, even in Storm, bro. I'm letting you know right now. Do not go by them machines if you're gonna be there too long. They know exactly what you need. Get it and go, or you're just gonna get keyed. But thankfully, KFUD was able to fight them off. Not sure exactly what he did because we haven't looked at his POV yet, but that's something that I plan to do. Also, I plan to like watch other pros land at my drop, and I plan to do that throughout the weekend. Like I'm not trying to get it all done in one moment, but like just starting the process of VOD reviewing and getting that together is important. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skip to the end game more. I think I'll just go ahead and like explain what's happening in this video. I think I pretty much covered everything for how I'm going to prepare. Like I don't want to just like blab for no reason, man. I'm trying to make this as good as content as it can be. And like I said before, Um, this is just me starting off. This isn't like we're not at the top yet. Like, and the my very best may not be the top, but at least I knew I reached my full potential. At least I know when I reach my full potential, then like that's where I'm at, and I feel like I'm still making strides. So let's get it. But anyways, I'm gonna explain to you what happened in the rest of this game. I don't really want to just ramble on, so let's get it. Um, so we at the vending machine. It's fourth zone. Fourth zones are one tick. Right now we're just camping because this team is like lurking on us. Like I didn't even see that in the game. Like you can't see like in actual games. This is VODs. You can't see those people right there. Like you can't see them. And they were just lurking. I guess they were like trying to wait for us to leave so they can get the machine. Like I don't think they wanted to fight. Because if they wanted to fight, they would have been fought us. I think they tried at first, and KFUD was able to fight them off. And like, just look at all the people in Storm. There's another team to the right. Like, everyone has caught on. This wasn't that popular of a thing before, but everyone has caught on to just play Storm because you can avoid fights and you can hit up machines if you need med kits. But everyone's starting to do it now, so I mean, you're gonna have to have a plan for if you can't get to a machine. Like you're gonna have to have, and this could go in solos too. Like you're gonna have to have like some sort of plan. If you go to a machine and someone's already on it and they're fighting you off and they're doing damage to you, they're gonna W key you if you make yourself look bad enough. So just try to avoid those situations. Have your wood out, be ready to build off. Have med kits ready, so like just in case you can't get to the machine, you not reliant on the machine, because then you're just dead to Storm. So we jetpack to get across the map. If you don't know by now, jetpacking gets you across the map, so you want to have a jetpack. So yeah, and like I said earlier, this video is for anyone that's like beginner skill level, but if you're like a good skill level and say this is entertaining for you, or you just want to help, like maybe give me some pointers, this could be for you too. So I don't want to exclude anybody, but yeah, we just box up. This is fifth zone. It looks like we're still not quite in yet, so it looks like we're gonna have to jetpack. Zone hasn't started. Oh, it is actually closing. I think. No, it's not closing. It's open right now. So we're jetpacking. We play this low ground layer. You can't really get greedy sometimes in the game. You just have to play where you're at. So we're here with it and we're chilling. And I think we need to start looking for Surge because it is 59 people up and it's the fifth zone. So it looks like this is going to be a Surge game. We'll see though. We'll see. So what do you know? It is a Surge game. So Surge, for anyone that doesn't know, you have to have more damage output than you have taken. There are other people in the lobby who are above the threshold and below the threshold, and pending where those people are is where you're at. So you can be below Surge like we are now, and if you're below Surge, you're at risk of being eliminated from the lobby and you can't get rebooted. And in solos, it's just over with. So you have to make sure you're doing damage, but you can't take damage back either. Like you can't just be like trading your damage because you're just gonna stay where you're at. And you definitely don't want to take more damage than what you do, because if you do that, then you're gonna be way below Surge. So right now we're trying to get tags. We're being a little bit overly aggressive with our peaks. Well, I am not sure what KFUD is doing, but like I'm really trying to get some tags, because if you're below Surge, like now we're above, but if you're below Surge, you're like when the zone opens and you're below Surge, you're getting ticked for 50 every 5 seconds, I believe. Or no, it's 25. It's 25 damage, but still, it's a lot. Like every 5 seconds, you're getting ticked for that. Or it could be every 3. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it's like that. You don't want to be below surge. You can try to heal off surge, but I mean it may or may not work. Right here, I'm just trying to do more damage, so like eventually, like when surge is gonna stay, like we're above surge. Like you don't want to be below surge when surge is gonna stay. Sometimes it's like enough people in the lobby to where like the next person that dies, then surge stops. But surge is going right now, and look at everyone rotating. So me and KFUD, we get on our jetpacks and I just follow him right now. I'm playing like Fragger support role, so I'm just following him. I'm just trying to make sure I land on him every time we rotate. So right here, we just gotta refarm this. We trying to refarm, and we still can't build a wall. There we go. So now we have 2 boxes. We chilling, and we're in the first moving zone. The funny thing is, I just learned like technically which zones are considered the moving zones, and it's like 7 and up. So that's good to know. I also learned that it's hard to get refreshes on the first and second moving zone because like everyone's stacked and like the storm isn't like hitting you like that. So like you have to think about like how to continue to rotate in the moving zones so you can stay alive to where when it's time for getting refreshes, like that those refreshes could potentially give you a top 5 or maybe even win the game. Like that's how big refreshes can be. So I think I dropped him some mats and we're gonna get ready to rotate. There's a lot of people near us. We're still above surge, so we're chilling. He's gonna hit fizz. I guess we're gonna do a fizz rotate, and carrying fizz is very important because it helps you get places really quickly. So right here I get to him and we're still together. This is the 8th zone, the second moving zone. And bro, like I'm telling you, these kind of situations can seem overwhelming sometimes. So you just have to keep your composure. Cause look, they're like just trying to key us. And the reason why they're trying to key us is because they probably need a refresh, or they might even be below surge. If you're below surge and you see KFUD just got knocked there, it was no way I could get to him. So now I'm playing as a solo, and I posted this on TikTok. So if you want to watch this over, be sure to follow me on TikTok, or you can check out my shorts as well. But anyways, we have to solo clutch, and I'm like one shot. Honestly, to be honest, I got so lucky going out like that. I probably should have used my heals in a safe spot before I just took off, so at least I could have some heals. But anyways, I was able to get to a safe spot eventually, so I just took my heals now. And this is why you would play solo in game and duo in game, because that will give you practice in these situations like here. I tried to stay above that higher layer. I didn't mean to drop down here, and then I tried to get an easy cheeky shot on that person, but they were running fast and I missed. So this is one of my favorite strats of all time. Just sitting in a cone, you can literally have 1 or 2 builds, and as long as you can put a cone down and sit in it, you won't be bothered, especially in the end game. Like this is very big to do. That's one of my favorite strats, and it can keep you alive for a little bit longer. So I try to do it here, but the terrain is a little off, so it took me a while to get in the cone. But we in there and we make a good edit, and this will allow us to get a refresh because we can let people run by. So you have to think about when you're running by in end games, like you could take damage. So you have to always watch your back and watch your sides and any angle where you can get hit from. So right here, I end up W keying this person. I end up getting the refresh, and they had like siphon mats, so they didn't really have good mats. And I think another thing I need to work on is like when I actually do get my refreshes, making sure I optimize the amount of builds that I have instead of just like spam building. But I feel like sometimes, like I said, the situation can be a little overwhelming at times. So just practicing these situations over and over is what I'm aiming for. So like when I do make it to end games and the solo, like in the solo cash cup, the solo victory cup, like I can know exactly what to do like without thinking about it. And then if I can get to that point, I think I can make finals. And it's just repeating the same thing over, except like it's going to be a little bit more of a stacked lobby. And playing those scrims, all you're in is those stacked lobbies. Like even though people try to grief you, the lobby's still stacked and surge still hits. So right here, we're towards the end of the game. I thought I was gonna get that refresh, I didn't, and I end up just taking too many ticks of storm, and I'm just dead. But anyways, man, this is the rest of the game. I really just want to let y'all know, like, if y'all playing a solo cash cup, like, do your best, try your best. You don't have to W key if you're not like insane with it. Just try to survive and make end games and do the best you can, and maybe you can earn. But yeah, I'll be posting content. Any good games that we have, like that I have in the solo cups, you'll see on Tuesday and maybe even next Friday. I do have another video with KFUD that I could post next Tuesday, depending on how the content goes for this weekend. But either way, just be ready for another video on Tuesday. But other than that, man, appreciate y'all watching the video. If you haven't dropped a like already, be sure to drop a like. Be sure to drop a sub. And I'll see y'all Tuesday. Have a good weekend.